I'm Kal.
And I'm Stam, and this is the K.A.S.T, Kal and Stam Talks.
And I'm the voice of reason.
Hey, today we're talking about role models, positive role models, negative role models, leaders, legends, and letdowns.
Do you know what? I don't think there's a such thing as a real role model, because a role model can be anyone, to anyone basically. It can be your dad, it can be your mum, it can be a famous person, it could be a not so famous person. But it's like someone that you look up to and I feel that you want to be like, or in some cases don't want to be like. So, for example, growing up I had a few role models, but as I got older they changed, just with how my life was going in different ways. So yeah, I feel like a real role model can be anyone, and I'm pretty sure whoever's watching it, they've got different role models or
Anyone in what sense though?
So I mean, like family members. It could be family members, could be friends, could be cousins, family members again. It could be like famous people, musicians, artists, actors.
What do you reckon, Stan?
I don't think it's a case of particular people being role models. I think it's each and every one of us as an individual, just our human design. I think we're designed to look up to people. Like, we're designed to look to people. Coming from being a toddler might see his parents walking, so then it wants to walk. Sees its parents talking, so it wants to talk. So I think we're wired to kind of
emulate.
Yeah, we're wired to emulate. We're wired to follow. So I don't think people are role models, because even if you haven't got a role model, I think you will make a role model out of someone or something. Do you get me? Even if it's a cartoon character, it could be an uncle, your favourite uncle,
So
your
would you
favourite
say-
cousin.
Would you say that's influence over? So what do you think the difference is between influence and role models?
Well, influence might not be intentional.
Can I say what I think it might?
Well,
So
of course, it's
I
Kal
think-
and Stam Talks, not just...
Yeah, you know
good
what?
talk.
Influence, I feel that's someone that kind of influences you into something. Do you get what I'm kind of saying? And then a role model is someone you want to kind of be like that. I want to be like them. Like,
Okay, yeah,
they're a model. I want to be
That's a good one.
like them. So, for example, me doing the videos in the car, not saying this is what happened, you might have saw it and thought, you know what, I can talk too. So I've influenced you to want to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not so much your role model because you don't look up to me in that sense, but I've kind of influenced you into a way wanting to do the same thing, if you get what I'm saying. Not copying, but...
So wait, define it. With your videos, what do you define? Would you categorize your videos more as influencing or role modeling?
So I'm influencing people. Well, I'm trying to influence people to be more open or think more positive in certain situations. I wouldn't say I'm a role model as such, because I'm just talking. But maybe I might be a role model.
Yeah.
But they don't. I wouldn't say they look up to me and want to be like me. They just like what I hear and what I'm saying. So it's influencing them to do better. Well, I hope it's influencing them to do better. Kinda. That's my take on it. But then obviously,
What do you think? E?
That properly defines it. I would say how Kal explained it would be influence as a broader term, role models more specific, if that makes sense. So
Is that more personal? When you say specific, is it more personal or just
I've googled it?
Yeah,
the influence can be positive or negative, and can be a result of various interactions, whereas role modeling is a conscious and unconscious process where someone's actions, behaviors and values serve as an example for others to emulate. So a role model, you want to, like Kal said, you want to be like them. You move and do things that they do. So it's more of an action as such. And influence is more of you're listening to what someone's saying and you're influenced by it. So your actions then follow based on what someone said, so to speak.
Cool.
okay.
But yeah, it's matter when you think of it, they're in the same category, but we'll get deeper into it as we go through, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's your definition basically of what it is. Do you think it's changed from like when you was younger, so as a child, teenager, to now as grown men? Do you feel like your understanding or your role models has changed?
Yeah. Yeah, just 'cause we're at different phases and stages. So, like when I was a child, I did childish things, and then when I became a man, I put childish things away. So, like cartoons won't influence me, or, you know, what you're, just the way, what resonates with you, I think, will change.
Yeah, no,
So something that resonated with me as a child can't resonate with me as a man now, you know. So definitely, 100% they've changed. You know.
what do you reckon, Cal?
Yeah, so I feel that, like what Stam said, in a sense, it's like, obviously, when you get older, I feel that I feel like I wouldn't say outgrew my role models, but I changed. So I got older. So what I might have wanted to be when I was younger ain't the same what I want to be now, or what they are doing might not align with the path I'm trying to go down in my life, basically, in the long and short of it all.
That sort of, it's like a maturity thing then,
Basically, yeah.
That's
Not saying that my role models now are immature or whatever, but it's just what I want to do in my life, because it's my
alignment.
path.
It's
Yeah,
more like
alignment.
They don't align with who
I still
or
look up to them.
Yeah.
Because obviously they shaped me in some way, shape or form in my life and who I am today.
So you still got respect, but it's
yeah.
doesn't necessarily, they might not serve a purpose.
Exactly,
in your
my
life
purpose in life.
What about you? Do you think everyone needs a role model?
Do I think everyone needs a role model? Yeah, I feel they do, for some sort of direction in your life and what you're doing. But some people subconsciously, they just have role models. They don't even know they're their role models. They just look up to them.
Yeah.
So if you ask them who's your role model, they might not even know. So yeah. So why do you think they do?
But like I explained at the start, I think we're just wired to kind of emulate, copy and follow and learn. Naturally, look how someone younger, up to a certain point, younger people always looking up to someone older.
You think?
Yeah.
So you've never had a role model that is younger than you?
Possibly, but I'm just saying in general, like, when you're younger, you might look up to your dad or your uncle or your older cousin.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think
I get that.
Yeah, I think in the last episode, I mentioned like seeing Phil Mitchell and EastEnders, and I never seen an example of my dad resolving, or older men resolving issues between themselves.
So
the only thing I've seen is Phil Mitchell lose his temper. So I say not Phil Mitchell, but you know who an early role model was for me? Jimmy Corkill.
Yeah,
from Brookside.
I remember
There used to
Brookside.
be some program called Brookside, but he was a shotter.
Yeah.
And when I saw Jimmy Corkill, these time in primary school, you know, I'm like maybe 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
But he's running around selling gear, getting money. That made an impression on me.
What, do you think that made a good impression, or you wanted to be like him then, basically?
There was something about him, the charisma, and then that followed on.
So
in my early teens.
Would you say that's an influence or a role model? Probably influence.
Well, the thing is, Brookside's a thing you're watching like maybe every, I don't know how many times does it come on a week. I can't remember. Maybe every night or however many times a week, every week. Yeah. So, I mean, if I just saw him once, it's like an influence, but you're seeing him every week. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I even remember Cal, I even remember having Jimmy Corkill in my lyrics.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
He probably was your role model then. Not that you might have done what he was doing, but the way he, like you said, his charisma and how he carried himself, you feel that you started kind of impersonating that. Not
impersonating, it just planted a seed. It planted a seed, and then it just led on to like early teens. You're seeing all the top boys in the area. Mid-teens, late teens. You're seeing all the shotters.
Yeah.
All the Jack the lads, all the faces, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think my early role models is like more, that's just what I resonated with.
All right.
You know what I mean? What about yourself? Like what?
So growing up,
I'd
say my role model was Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah?
Yeah, like he was 100% hold tight him. But it's like, because do you know where it was? It was obviously I saw MCs and that, but you know when you hear what he's from Bow and you're thinking, what, that's round the corner, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you
of
see in
course.
these videos and you see places that you've seen, like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
was big to me and he was MC, and I even tried to MC myself.
I can relate to that though. 'Cause he was doing things that, being our age, he's from our age group as well. Sorry to cut you, Cal.
Yeah,
So we could see what he was doing before it was even on the mainstream.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
And he was setting influence
Course.
within the area more so than what publicly
Yeah.
people saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cal, go on, bro.
yeah. So just seeing someone from the ends doing that, and it's like, bro, I can't lie, I wanted to be like him. Everything that I wanted to live how he lived. And you know what? I was so young, I didn't even understand the lyrics. I remember singing Jezebel, and I didn't even know what a Jezebel was.
Yeah.
Because I was that
Yeah.
young. So he was one of my role models, just because he was doing sick, innit? So that was one of my role models. And I feel as I got a bit older, I wouldn't say I grew out of that, but then obviously, like you said, you start seeing them in the ends and the dealers and that, and then you're looking at them, because when I'm seeing them with money, I'm seeing them, they've got nice cars, the girls and that, so it's like, it looks good, you know what I'm saying, it looks good, so I'm like, I'm looking up to them thinking I want to be like that, and obviously not knowing what comes with that, but so that was like role models for me. And yeah, basically, but Dizzy Rascal was the main one. That's what like kind of shaped me.
You know what? Same here. You know what? I actually even forgot. I haven't. You know what? We kind of come up with this topic not last minute, but I didn't give it much thought. But now you said it, I remember the first time I went to youth club. We used to have youth clubs. Not the first time I went youth club, but the first time I went to Devon's Road, Community Links, yeah? Shout out all the people that used to go Devon's Road Youth Club, yeah? I remember what year I was in year 8 or something, year 8. And my mum dropped me to the youth club. This is the first time I went. Shout out Rapid. I think Rapid invited me. I can't remember, yeah, Mercy. Shout out Samuel Green, Mercy. Shout out Rapid. They invited me. So I've gone to Devon's Road Youth Club. They had decks there. And the first time I've gone there, I've seen Dizzy Rascal. He was mixing. And then at the end, he was just MCing to Jungle. But I was in so much awe. It was him and MC Ada. Shout out Ada. Shout out Lando, his brother. But I saw Ada and Dizzy Rascal. And I'm telling you, bro, I was in awe. Like, you know, like, I couldn't believe these man were spitting like that.
Yeah.
They were going crazy. Like
it was so local.
Yeah.
And it just resonated from the area.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then obviously.
Yeah, no, you're bro. Yeah, Dizzy was a big one. And then Pirate Radio, I used to listen to Wiley. So shout out all the... So I think I had 2 types of role model. Musicians, Pirate Radio, all the MCs that you used to hear every week. And then more like local role models. So there's like stars and other people on TV, maybe footballers, and then there's like local people that you kind of like are more within arm's reach.
Yeah.
So if you want a category, it's probably just fall into different categories, isn't it? You know?
Where would that fall within like leaders and legends for you?
Leaders.
Yeah.
Kal, you go first.
You know what? Leaders. Feel like, so like I said, Dizzy Rascal is a leader to me because he done a lot. Like he done a lot, and it made a lot. It helped me a lot just moving in life and whatnot, just knowing where I want to go and that. But I would say a legend, and this is gonna sound so mad, but a role model that is a legend to me, I would say, is my dad.
Yeah.
And not legendary, but it's just how he was. And me and my dad, we don't have a relationship. So in regards to role model, he's what I don't want to be.
So how could he be a legend if he...
Because he's a legend, he's up there. Like, legends are up there, he's up there. So whenever, like, for example, he's everything I don't want to be. So just how he moves in life or whatever. So I'd put him up there, not in a glorified way, but because there's some legends that don't do good, you know.
Nah,
there is 100%. There's legends. There's
I
legends
just see
that
the
don't.
word legend as a good thing. It's just
but
someone.
it's not, because he's up there with the role models, but he's not. He's basically for
understand
me.
you. I
because
understand you.
obviously I'm looking at it in a positive way. because I don't want to be nothing like him. So whenever I feel like I'm going off the rail or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I can't be like him. It's a reminder for me not to be like that.
So who's an equivalent in a positive light? Who's his?
I don't know.
Who's
My
his,
legend probably would be my mum as
Yeah.
well, because they're both opposite.
Yeah.
One was there, one
Shout out
wasn't.
Mumsy.
So 100%.
Yeah.
But she did everything that he didn't. He chose not to do.
Yeah.
So obviously, remember, she's raised me on her own.
Mm.
So everything I am today, I have to give thanks, even the good and not so good, basically. But yeah, no, I'd put it. I'd say he's up with the legends. I get you don't agree, but it's hard to explain.
I get it.
He's up there. He's high up there. Do you get me? And at the end of the day, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So.
I hear you. I get it though. I get it. It's like it's like a contrast, innit? You got things you want to be and don't want to be.
Yeah.
So it's like
So both of the legends keep me on track. My mum keeps me on track positively. And obviously he does as well, because it's hard. He just, you see when someone's done nothing, like, and they've just done, there's nothing, I wouldn't say there's nothing good to say about him because I'm here, but it's like, I just like, I don't want to be anything like him. So it's just, it gives me motivation to do better, basically.
You know what? I relate, because it basically can just put you, like, it can solidify in your mind who you don't want to be like, and it can maybe put you off certain things, or
yeah. Well,
but I feel like I've had a similar experience with my father, but it don't affect me that much. I don't really.
Nah,
it doesn't really.
No, do you know what? I speak to my dad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I never have got mad and been like, oh, you did this and that. It's cool. It's whatever you done is what you done. My life's fine.
Yeah, but I'm sensing that you've never been like that, but I'm sensing that you might feel like that. That's what you're giving. You're giving that. That's
I
what you're
literally
giving
spoke
off,
to him
bro.
the other day, and there's no, like, do you know what? Everyone has their own problems. Everyone's fighting their own demons, and I understand that. It's just obviously he wasn't there, so I can't give him the respect. I can't give someone respect if they wasn't really there. I respect him to an extent, but I can't respect him as obviously dad is. It's a title at the end of the day, isn't it?
True.
So obviously
He's not earned it. He's not really earned it.
basically, yeah.
You know what? You know what someone did say? This is going to be relevant. Someone said to me, there's a difference between a dad and a father.
100%.
Yeah.
A dad is maybe just who birthed you. You come from his loins. A father doesn't have to be your biological dad. A father can be,
Father figure, innit, as well.
Yeah, father
so I
figure,
suppose,
or-
yeah, I get what you're saying.
you know what I
But
mean?
yeah,
And hold on a minute. That's probably why a lot of people probably do look up to certain people.
Yeah.
See how I said, like, we're naturally wired. Some people are probably just looking for that father figure. Why is it so much people in our culture have got elders?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I suppose so, but then there is guys that's got dads that's got elders.
Nah,
Dads are
I don't
around.
think. I might be ignorant. I haven't got kids yet. Yeah, but I don't think I'd be happy if my son had some older in the ends. Just some, like, do you get what I'm saying? I don't think I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, but just because you're happy don't mean it won't happen.
Yeah, it could happen, but it could happen. Anything happen.
Because think about it, when we're talking about that, so remember, there's kids that have mum and dad and a happy family, and they still have elders, and they still go and do.
Do they though?
Of course, 100%.
It's probably less likely to happen, no?
Less likely,
What are you
but
defining though as elders? You mean someone
just-
older than you, or
No,
someone
not
that-
elders like as in your elder, like elders in the ends, yeah. Like, you know, like I could have been younger stamina and there could have been older stamina. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
get-
I get it. So what are you saying? That there isn't and there is. You're saying there is, and Kal, you're saying there is, and
Yeah.
Stam, you're saying there isn't.
no, I'm saying there is.
Yeah.
I've even lost the train of thought. Where did
so
this even come about?
basically, he's saying he wouldn't be happy if he had a child that
Yeah,
had
if
an
my-
older.
Yeah,
in
if
the
I had a
ends.
son and he just like, he had some older.
Yeah, so you're
I mean, in the ends though,
Yeah,
not
you're-
like just
you're
an
more-
older person who.
it's language. So
Yeah.
what you said the other day is communication, innit? So language is in road.
Right
terms,
now
is
we're
it
talking.
elder?
Yeah, we're talking
we're not,
road.
We're not
Yeah.
talking proper
He's
English.
talking proper English. You're talking road, but you're
Wow.
both talking the same language, basically.
Yeah.
You're talking an elder that is
Not like an elder in the church, you know, like the church has got elders, or like your grandfather, or like.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm talking-
that's probably more what Kal means. I'm assuming. Kal,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
100%.
want no one taking my son under their wing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I suppose so. But it happens, like I'm saying. We've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. I've got friends that have mum and dad and their someone's younger. Or they've gone and they've obviously I don't want to say anything, but they've turned out worse than me. Not that I've turned out bad, but so I don't think it really matters if dad's around or mum's around.
No, it does though. Mum and dad. You know what? I know it's a big difference in my friends that have had their mum and dad. I do know it's a difference.
No,
Like,
do you
not
know
to say
what,
is that
Stam,
it's,
let me cut in there quickly.
Go on.
We're from the same background.
Yeah.
I would say, as children, as teenagers, and going through school systems and being in like an urban environment or whatever else, we're always gonna have elders. There's always going to be someone within our area that's considered as an elder, right?
Okay.
Both my parents were around throughout my childhood.
Yeah.
So in theory, what Kal's saying is, even though your parents are around, you can still have an elder.
You're always going to look up to someone. You're always going to...
Not that they guide you.
Enough.
Yeah, not that they guide you or they've taken you under the wing as such, but it's more...
Yeah.
Within your area, someone's going to set pace. Someone's going to be that person, the North Star of the area, effectively.
That's just how it goes.
Or people are influenced by, do you get what I mean? Or where trends come from, or they bring stuff to the area and they're like, yeah, that's the guy. So they'll be considered as the elder within the area, effectively. Within life, depending on how travelled you are, what you go through, how far you expand, you'll have elders from more of a mature state, or someone who's just older in age. Do you get what I mean? But they've lived more.
That's basically just the setup of life. It's just set up that way.
Naturally, youngers and olders, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not necessarily an older thing though.
It even was in school.
You know what? Like you said, school. You know who could be seen as role models? You know, like there was always that guy in school. He was the fastest runner, the best fighter. He got all the girls.
Yeah.
Shout out Merkston. He was that guy. Merkston was that guy, you know.
Yeah, he's going to have to start paying royalties.
I know. That's the second episode. I mentioned him.
But it makes sense. Someone who's doing something that people look up to. Yeah. Whether they're the same age or peer. Yeah. They could be younger, but faster than you.
What makes that type of person? What is it? Just aura? What is it?
Nothing. It could be anything.
No, but we all just agree that there is always that guy. Like,
I would say that's an influencer or someone that you.
But what is it about them? Like, do you think it's their DNA? What is it about them that makes them?
They might have leadership roles, innit? They might have the leadership role where they just they might be the alpha male, like what we was talking.
Communication styles,
they just the way how they carry themselves,
just confidence, all of those things.
Probably confidence.
Some people may not have gone through as much trauma as a child or had lasting effects on them, whereas, do you know what I mean, where they can't act themselves or be their true selves. So you said earlier that we're all wired to follow or emulate what's going on, what we see and what we copy, but some people, let's use ADHD for an example, don't necessarily, they're wired different. So they may not tune in with following what that person says or what that person does. They may just go off on their own trail and do what they want to do. And they can be looked at as like a bad kid and they're just reckless and they're just running around doing what they want to do. But in theory, they may not be wired to follow society's norm of that person.
They probably might not even recognize what.
No, they're not in tune.
9 out of 10, like 9 people might just look at that person the same in that sort of way or in that light, and that person don't even notice or recognize them more.
So those are the type of people. Not always the case, but those are the type of people that in school, whatever else, they may just do their own thing, set pace, and people are like, rah, they're on stuff. He, she, whoever it is. But yeah, I always put that down to like the Matrix theory. I love the movie The Matrix.
I love The Matrix.
And if you watch it and watch it again and watch it again and watch it again, you'll always learn something new about that movie. Yeah. And I look at that, how life is and how society is and how in tune you are, out of tune you are, how woke you are. All of the things that go on within the movie, there's points where you can associate it with real life.
Okay.
So that's taken us obviously on a side path, but
that's cool, man.
You've touched on influence, and do you feel like celebrities hold a lot of that power just based on them being seen more?
Yeah, of course, man. It's like, again, the charisma. just the exposure they have, and just society in general. Like, let's be. What is a celebrity? A celebrity, to me, in my eyes, my own interpretation, it's just someone that's celebrated. We want to be celebrated. We all, everyone's looking up. No one's looking down. Everyone's looking up. Everyone admires, the nice looking car, or everyone admires what's attractive.
So does that necessarily mean fame? Would you say that's always associated with fame, or would you say
fame does come with it.
Yeah, definitely fame. Yeah, definitely fame.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We could celebrate our own people, like not own people, but our friends. They may be doing something that's not necessarily public.
Yeah.
But we celebrate them, and we think that I
feel that they don't get as much celebration as a person that's.
Yeah, the term when people say, "Oh, we're gonna give someone their flowers."
Yeah.
But there's again, going back to that type of, like in school, there's the fastest runner and there's this guy or the best fighter. That's still fame, but it's just on a smaller scale. Like, that's still they say, hood celeb, or, I've done music from early. I'm sure people looked up to me, it's fame, but it's just on a smaller scale.
I'm going to use that to go to a part what I wanted to speak on earlier.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're role models yourselves?
As I said, people have looked up to me. People have said, like, I look up to you, or I used to look up to you. So I probably am a role model, or was one, or I don't know how people view me now, but yeah, definitely, 100%, yeah. Even by us having a podcast and the subjects we're talking about, and what we're trying to do with this podcast, we've assumed without us even knowing it, we've assumed a role of a role model. You know?
No, yeah. To be fair, I think I've more influenced people than I am a role model. If I am a role model, then thanks. But it depends, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, because I suppose you can see someone as a role model without knowing them fully, innit? But yeah, maybe I might be a role model to someone.
Let me add, you've got kids, so
I suppose.
Do you not think you're a role model, no matter what the situation is?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I just thought in regards to this, I feel. Yeah, I suppose because it's just started. But I feel like I'm a role model, actually. I think, and to my little cousins as well, I feel that I am a role model.
And I wanted to chime in there, but I wanted to let you land. I would say 100% you're both we're all role models. Just because there are people, there are things that we're doing, the podcast, other things, what we do in our careers, whatever else, just how we carry ourselves. That will influence people in a positive way.
Yeah, true.
Without context, they can see things and they be like, that's a positive inspiration to want to do better in life, I guess, to whatever status or whatever level we're at right now. But like you said, we've got younger family members, whether it be cousins, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, whatever the case may be. As long as we're holding ourselves accountable for our actions, we're following in someone's footsteps that's influenced us, but at the same time we're influencing other people. So you just need to be mindful of that. I think that's where
that's true.
That's the red thread throughout this podcast, that people need to pay attention to, that your actions are always in view of other people. So therefore you're potentially influencing them in a positive or a negative way.
So just being more aware that people maybe be looking up to you could in turn make you a better role model, just by being aware, having that awareness and that consciousness. It could make you carry yourself better, or want to do better, or act better. Just
it might be career-wise, or the struggles that you've had to go through in life. You know what I'm saying? You've overcome your struggles, or you're still overcoming your struggles, basically. Or you might just, whatever you're doing, you could be doing stuff in your outside life, how you might treat people, even down to taking accountability. You because people might be like, you know, I want to be like that. I want to be able to take accountability and whatever, even down to communication. So yeah, like there's, as long as you're doing positive, not even positive, you're just doing, more positive, people will look at you as a role model. They'll want to be like you. I get some people look at negative role models, but on our behalf, positive.
Do you think you can have a negative role model, but do you think someone will still be your role model if you know they're a negative role model?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't know that they're negative.
Yeah, because you don't know someone fully. Unless, if you're looking at the good stuff in them, but, you know, remember, some people look up to gangsters, innit? And it depends how you define a gangster, but some people might look up to Pablo Escobar, and he's done negative stuff. So, yeah, I believe you can look up to people. It depends what people define negative. Some people think he's doing good, some people think he's doing bad.
So let me ask you this. See, right now as it stands, do you have a negative role model in your life that you follow, that you want to be like?
No, I don't have a negative role model that I want to be like.
But you have a negative role model, but one that you don't want to be
I have negative influences, 100%.
Okay.
It might be the music that I listen to or stuff like that, or the actors or whatever. But do I want to be like someone negative? No, because that's just defeating the whole object of me.
But if you flip that on its head, Cal, and it's how you view it, it's how it's articulated, it's how it's put to you.
Yeah.
Stam just asked you, do you have a negative role model in your life? Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you actually think about it and take a step back,
yeah,
I can answer that for you based on what you've already told us.
Well, what,
the person
my dad?
The person.
Do you know what? I have a few, but do you know what it is? Yeah, trying to be who I am. I'm not trying to. Obviously, the negative stuff I try to put aside, but obviously I've got older, maybe family members that are negative, but I look up to them. Yeah. I have looked up to them, but
not saying they're negative.
Yeah, no,
as
but what
people.
What they might have done,
anyone, whatever. Yeah, but you're looking at that as something that you don't want to be like.
Yeah, because it's mad. Because I was saying to Stam, sorry to go off topic, but yeah, I've got like people around me that are negative, but I do look up to them, and I always remember, for example, they might be doing, for example, they're not working, but they're making money, and I remember they always used to say to me, "Make sure you stay and work," you know, and it always used to confuse me because how you telling me to stay and work and you're not even in work? Do you get what I'm saying? But they're doing whatever they're doing. But yeah, so I do look up to negative people, but I don't want to be like them. I just look up to them because obviously.
Yeah, I think that's just basically just people make impressions on people, innit? So that's like
more
someone commits.
I feel more influences, I think.
But you know what I mean when I say make an impression? Like you can meet someone. Yeah. You could just meet someone for the first. There's a saying: first impressions are lasting." Yeah. So that first impression, you could meet someone for the first time, and that first meeting you'll never forget. You might have remembered the first time you saw me. Yeah. That's your first impression. Yeah, yeah. Or the first time, you know, I've seen that local shotter and he's pulled up in that car. Like that's the impression. That's that's the picture, the first picture of someone. So that's an impression. They might have just made an impression on you. Yeah, no, true. You know what I mean? So is an impression the same as influence? Or are they two different things?
No. An impression is like an imprint, effectively.
Yeah.
So they've made a dent in your life. For you to remember, right? Yeah. Like you said, an influence is something that you then take and then do and then follow. Yeah. It's the same premise, but it's like two different things, basically.
Sorry, I just remembered something. Is it like you was like a role model though, E? You know why? In a sense of, I remember E had the black Mini Cooper with the white roof, with the 8-ball on the top, with the white wheels, and he had the brand CP jacket. Bro, when I got the same jacket and the same car, bro, when I saw you with, what was that, an influence or was that role model or what?
That would be an influence.
You influenced me, bro. Yeah, that day I saw you outside the Weatherspoons, you pulled up, you had the long jacket, you had the car. Do you get what I'm saying? You influenced me, so.
Do you think you got bad role models?
Of course, bro. Like I said, not now. Well, there probably is bad ones in my life, but like Jimmy Corkill, Phil Mitchell. Like I'm not even sending for these people, but you have to. As I'm more conscious, I can see what's influenced me and what. Yeah. Even like. I won't even say the shotters are bad influences. they're not bad influences. They're just like I feel like my path was set, and I was always gonna be who I was always gonna be, and that was just motivation for me. Someone else now might say, "Nah, that's negative," but to me, that's not negative. I think.
I get you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is the glass half full or half empty? It's all on me. Like, it's on me what I make of that. Like you said, your old man. You said, he's someone you don't want to be. But someone else with the same old man or same influence, same kind of role model, they might end up being like that.
Yeah.
So it's all in the individual.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
And that's why they say easily influenced or not.
Okay.
Because the easily influenced can then lead down the path of you following in someone's footsteps, as
So-
opposed to taking other people's negatives, learning from other people's mistakes, and not going down that path, not making those same mistakes. Do you get what I mean? Because you're more wise to it, and you're like, okay, if that took them down that path,
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to be going down there. So you're being influenced by them in a positive way because you're taking a different route.
That's how I feel in regards to.
Do you know what I mean? So they may have done something negative, or it may be something you completely don't want to do. It could be like smoking, for example.
Yeah.
Like cigarette.
Yeah.
I've never smoked a cigarette.
Same
in my life,
here.
but both my parents have smoked from a child. So
100%,
they could have influenced me to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. But was that down to you, like just you, how you perceived it, how you like?
Yeah, it just weren't something. Maybe I've just got stronger willpower, or I just look at it as something that I just don't want to do. So then I had my own choice in that.
Yeah.
It's perceived as something that's negative anyway. So I've obviously analysed it and thought, nah, that's not for me. But then on the other hand, people can be easily influenced by that.
That's true.
Because they
could
up
just
to
be
those
curious.
People. Yeah, they look up to those people and they respect them highly because they're your
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
And therefore you're like, okay, cool, if they can do it.
Yeah, that's
Then
usually the way.
It's
Yeah.
so mad, isn't it? It's so mad how how something could just make you or break you. It's so mad, bro.
Yeah.
It's so mad. It could be one thing that, like you just said, bro, I've never smoked a cigarette in my life and I don't intend to, but then someone else can say like they've never smoked weed or they've never done this or that or they've never drunk alcohol. There's people literally that haven't drunk alcohol.
There you go.
I like alcohol. Like I like alcohol, innit? Like, there's someone like shout out Auntie Eileen, my girl's mum. She hates alcohol. She's like she can't stand it. You know what I mean?
And
But
that's preference, isn't it? So
okay,
you can still be a good person and like alcohol. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more so the effect of what the consumption does to you and the person you effectively turn into or the actions that then follow. You could be calm drinking alcohol, you could be a complete psychopath and then start just smashing things up.
So it's not what you put inside you, it's what comes out of you.
That's how you act
Effectively,
and the effects.
Okay.
So
The outcome.
that's it. But yeah, this is a long path of discussion in terms of what influences and what isn't, what's good, what's bad. It's all interpretation. Like both of you have looked at things differently in this conversation where you're like, that's not necessarily negative to me, but it's how you're influenced by it, right?
Yeah. Have you had any role models let you down?
Yeah, 100%. I'll give examples, but just see the thing with just being let down in general.
Yeah.
I think that's such a traumatic thing, and it's so underspoken about and underestimated. She's not underestimated, but like it's not enough focus. Not focus. What's the best wording? Like it's not spoken about enough. See, being used to being let down, you know what it can do to your mind. Like, what do they call it? I think I'm hyper independent.
Yeah.
Like I've been let down, so I don't want to even rely on anyone. Like that's what it's done to me. Like down to being asked, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas?" And then you say, "Yeah, I want this, that," and then you don't get it.
Yeah.
That's like we're older now. It doesn't really matter, but that can have a big effect on you, even down to like. I'm just trying to think of a time. I don't want to sound cliche, but your dad saying he's coming to pick you up, then he doesn't come.
Yeah.
Or
I suppose, yeah.
yeah, like
Do you know what? It's never happened to me.
No?
My dad's never said he's coming.
My dad's never said he's coming,
No,
but
no, my
I'm
mum's
just saying
never even
in
said that
general.
he's coming at all. Like, I just there was
Yeah.
never that conversation in the house where your
Yes.
dad's coming. I didn't even know this guy.
Yeah.
Like, to even he did turn up once, and he
Yeah.
just turned up.
Yeah,
Literally,
same
my
here.
mum said on the day your dad's taking you out, and he just turned up, and
Yeah.
then yeah. But I don't think I've ever been let down like that. And when I say role models, I've seen people that maybe I've looked up to, and they've just gone a different way, but that ain't really let me down.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I ain't never been really let
You know what? Let me tell you this as a deep one, yeah. This is when I felt let down, yeah. This is a deep one. One time I was young, and for some mad reason, my dad borrowed me his car, yeah. I don't know why. Yeah. No responsible adult should be borrowing their child their car. Their child hasn't got a license or insurance, yeah. He gave me, I said, Dad, can I drive your car? Yeah, go on, son. He's giving me his car, his Volvo. So I'm like flipping 16 or something, driving around, 16 or 17, driving around in his Volvo. I've parked it outside my mum's. Come out the next day, it's gone. Long story short, I could go through the story. Long story short, my dad stole back the car and then tried to extort me. That's when I felt let down. I found out he took the car. He kept, like, literally took the car and he said, my car got stolen, you owe me. Like, that's when I felt let down.
Yeah, that's free.
You know what? He suffered from mental health, so I think part of it was mental health. But at first, I remember when I told him, he said, don't worry, son, like, the insurance will deal with it, this, that. Then I remember, like, shortly after that, one day I've gone to see him, gone to his house, because he didn't live far from me. And he was downstairs doing something outside. So I've got, oh, Dad, you alright? He goes, son, where's my car? I said, what do you mean? We spoke about this. And then he's gone, piss off. My dad told me to piss off. That hurt me, bro. That's when I felt let down.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just
it is,
quick one into that story.
yeah.
So was he extorting you, knowing that he stole the car, or he thought someone actually took it?
No. He took the car back on the sly at night.
And then he told you to piss off. So you was double hurt then, because obviously...
Yeah, I was already stressed.
Yeah.
Thinking, where's my dad's car? We got to find it. And then when I worked everything out and found out later, I felt let down. That's when I felt let down.
That's deep still.
Yeah, it's a bit too deep, a bit too heavy, but
no, listen,
it's
that's
touching
on real things, man.
yeah,
And
man.
I think that touches on, like, when a role model has let you down in your life. What would you say was that something that you had to build a boundary for, in terms of, like, then how the relationship carried on going forward?
What happened? Yeah, I remember he was just hanging it over for me while I was avoiding him. Then I remember I got my first car. I got a Volkswagen Polo. It was 2004. Right, that's 21 years ago. I got a Volkswagen Polo. It was my first car. I think I paid like £800, £900. I bought it off Ratty. And somehow my dad found out. I don't know who told him. So then he was coming knocking at my house, but I was avoiding him. And then, but I look at the window and he'd be like, walk to the car and he'd be circling it, looking at it. And then I knew that he knew. So one day he's called me, or I've called him, and I said, "Oh, Dad, I've got a new car." He goes, "What's that? You got my car, yeah?" Shout out my dad, he's a bad man. Hey, hey, listen, yeah, that one knocked me sideways. That messed with me differently.
In terms of, like, how that impression's then been set on you.
Well, before I answer that, just to answer your question before that, boundaries, I just started avoiding him. There was no boundary, I just avoided, I ghosted him. Started answering his calls, started parking a car somewhere else, didn't open the door to him. Like, he was like, I cut him off after that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Choosing influence.
Choosing?
Yeah. Choosing influence.
Choosing.
Who gets in your headspace?
What do you mean?
So,
choosing influence. I mean, what do you mean? Like going through Instagram and then watching shit that winds you up?
That is stress. I mean, it's not necessarily winding you up, but you're allowing that to dictate or control your emotions.
I felt.
How do you decide who to follow and who to unfollow?
So that's a big one, yeah, because
Reflection.
Like,
You need
I
to
used
put
to,
this to the viewers as well, so
Yeah,
they
so-
can
so
understand.
choosing influence was like a big one for me, because I used to follow all these people that, I don't know, looked the parts, had the chains, the Rolexes, this and that, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? And it got to a point where it wasn't good for me, because then it started coming like a comparison thing, and it would get me down, because obviously I'm not like that. So I was always going on there and seeing it. Obviously they're positive things they're showing, but I didn't look at it in a positive way. I saw it as because I want to be like them, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? When you want to, people say motivation, but there's motivation to an extent. So it was like, I just started choosing what I see and whatever on Instagram.
That's wise. That's very
on the
wise.
internet. So
I rate
I
that.
just unfollowed, like, for example, I don't know if I can say names, but like,
don't say names,
certain things. I'll just unfollow certain pages that, you know, like, that wasn't really aligned. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Just the influences. It just had there was
So-
stuff that
Let me ask you though. So you said you started to compare and stuff.
yeah.
You know they say comparison's the thief of joy, right?
Yeah,
I
yes.
like that one.
That's
It
why I
is.
was messing with my head. I wasn't happy. I wasn't a
But
happy
let
person.
me ask you though. You was comparing, and was it a thing of like? Was it highlighting your shortcomings, or was it a thing of jealousy? What was you jealous?
I wouldn't
or-
say it was jealousy, because I feel I'm doing really well in life, innit? I'm doing the right, got a decent job and this and that. But it was like, just because I feel that in life, regardless of what you get, you're always gonna want more, always, and you need to know when your enough is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's your lane, innit? I'm comparing myself to people that are doing all different stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I started removing that away from me, so I weren't comparing, because it was messing with my mental health, innit?
Yeah.
And making me feel a type of way and make me feel insecure about certain things, because I didn't have them things, when truth is I was so busy looking at someone else's life, I wasn't looking at the positive stuff in my life,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Well,
What about you?
wait, what's the question again?
Influence.
Was the question again? The full question.
The question was, how do you decide who to follow, who to unfollow, and choosing influence?
Choosing influence. So, how do I decide who to follow, who to unfollow, how do I choose my influences? And
In life, it could be
just
it don't
in life,
necessarily
how
need
do
to
I
be
choose?
social
I
media.
mean, you got to reflect in it. You got to have like checkpoints along the way where you stop and just take a look around and assess things. So I think, self-assessment, where you're at, who, even down to like friends, like who you're spending most of your time with. You got to assess at times, does this person serve me? Does it serve my greatest good? Does this, does this show I'm watching, it's reflection. I think you got to reflect. And then, what's another, even, like Kal just mentioned, you might have to know your weaknesses, innit? You know your shortcomings. So you can identify, like, this is affecting me. So one thing I don't do, this is probably not even to do with influencers or anything, but one thing I know, I can't go in the comment section and start commenting on certain current affairs, because people are going to start replying to me and I'm going to get sucked in. So it's not so much a person as an influence, but I don't put myself in no situation where I'm going to get sucked in. Even down to now, mentioned this many times, road rage. I don't engage in it, because it's like I'll just get so angry and get sucked in. So
That's you being aware of your trigger points. Though,
yeah, so I'm aware of my trigger points. I'm aware what winds me up. I'm aware,
Taking it back to the influence side of things, though,
yeah.
choosing what triggers you, what influences you in a positive and a negative way. So let's call the trigger being a negative influence, and the positive influence being something that you lean into more, yeah? It can be a case of you understanding where you're at in life.
Yeah.
So being grateful for what you do have and not what
Okay.
you don't have. So like
Yeah.
you said earlier, Kal, you're seeing all of these things. It could be the material things. It could be holidays, clothes, watches, whatever, cars. You're seeing that, and some people, that's a drive for them to get to it and find a way to get to it, and some people, that's them driving them deeper into a depressive state, because
pushing them deeper into
they
that
don't
hole.
have the solutions to get there. Yeah, so it's about being self-aware, like you say, reflection, and knowing what works for you, what doesn't work for you, but also being grateful for what you have and not what you don't have, basically. And content to a degree. Obviously, not content to a point where you're stopping. Because then it just breeds.
Yeah, you don't want to just get complacent.
No.
I think a big tool for me, I had to stop looking down on myself. This is so ironic, we're talking about role models. I had to actually stop looking up to people as well. Because in the process of looking up to someone, you can actually be looking down on yourself. Because you might see something in there that you think you haven't got, or you think that you're lacking.
It's a snapshot, effectively, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you're looking up, but at the same time you're looking. Like I had to stop looking. I was looking down on myself for years, and I don't look down on myself anymore. But I was looking down on myself for years, even, in certain phases of my life. When now I look back, I was doing really well, and people were looking up to me. I was still looking down on myself. I still felt low self-esteem. I had a lot of low self-esteem, So.
It.
Yeah, overall,
so that would be you stopping yourself from being too influenced by other people, effectively.
I just had to stop looking down on myself, bro. Literally.
Congratulate yourself sometimes.
Yeah, literally. One of my friends, I was just talking to him, and I said, like, how'd you do it? He goes, oh, you know what the trick is? He said, I just look in the mirror every day and say, you're the man. You're the man. I tried it. It's like affirmations. I tried it. I do it regularly. I say, you're the man. You're the man. Look at you. I look at the man.
I do that. I have a whiteboard at home, and I write that stuff on there that I'm proud of myself and stuff like that. So I just wake up and see it straight away and just read it. Because what you say, you project out there positive stuff, innit?
But you know what? You see, in the process of not looking, me actively trying to not look down on myself, I started to realise a lot of the people that I'm looking up to or I do admire, like the thing I admire in them, I already have that quality a lot of the time. The people I'm around, there's a reason I'm around them, or there's a reason why I've aligned with them. So that great thing I see in Ian, that great thing I see in Callum, it's inside of me. That's the reason why I've aligned with them. Rather than look down on myself and think, I want to be like. No, you got to just. I flipped it on his head. So anyone I've come across, that's great. I think, okay, so what in them is in me? It's a mirror. That's how I look at it now.
But one piece of advice from each of you for young listeners trying to choose a role model.
One piece of advice.
I'd say in regards to positive role models, just make sure they align with where you're trying to go in life, and also all glitters ain't gold. And also a good role model is someone that can take accountability and is honest, and they basically they mean what they say. Because you can look at some people and it may look that way, but just do your research when you're looking into your role models.
The best advice, you know what? I've been blessed with the gift of awareness. I'm very aware, very observant. And I just think if you're observant enough and you can just take notice of the patterns of people, you see the chink in the armor of the right people, not the right people, the wrong people, sorry, the people posing as the right people. So if you're aware enough, just pay attention to people. That's one thing, you just got to pay attention, and if they're for you, then you will see the right stuff. But if they're not for you, if you just pay attention, you will see the chink in their armor, if it makes sense.
Yeah, right, it does.
Now we've broken it down. Everyone is a role model. I didn't see it like that before.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we are role models. Everyone is, yeah. It does make sense when you take a step outside and look for it from a different angle, then it does make sense that everyone is a role model.
Time flies when you're having fun, boy.
We missed the book segment, didn't we, boys?
Yeah, no.
We just, before you cut.
Yeah.
I bought a book today. Didn't buy it today, but I bought it with me today. And it's Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I would advise everyone to get this book, and I'm not making no money off this, but it's
Yeah.
a great book, and I want to help everyone, as you know.
Just give them a reason why you like.
For all the overthinkers and the people that have negative thoughts, trust me, it will help you. It helped me because I am the biggest overthinker out there. So
You know, lately I've been reading the book of Proverbs in the Bible. Reason being, you know why I like the book of Proverbs? Anyone can read it. You don't have to be religious. There's so much wisdom in there. There's so much, it addresses life. And I think, yeah, anyone who gets a chance, just Google the book of Proverbs. You don't have to read it in the King James Version because that's quite complex. I read it in the Message version, which is a bit more simpler. Yeah, give it a try.
this is episode 3. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, your family. Once again, we appreciate you watching it because you don't have to watch it.
That was the K.A.S.T, Kal and Stam Talks. Today, we talked about role models, leaders, legends, and letdowns. Next week, we'll be talking about societal norms and cultural influences.